Nathan, how are you?
Jacob, I'm doing so good. How are you doing?
Episode 93.
93.
Let's get it. So I have a topic today that I wanted to kind of, again, start hot with and then walk it back.
Okay.
But the title of this episode is going to be, do wedding films really need to go viral? And I want to challenge what I feel like is the belief that viral equals success. We talked about before, that's not the case. We've had experiences where that can be the case, but also can't be the case. And I think just that example alone of having two case studies where virality led to nothing and virality led to something proves the point that you can't bank on it. You can't capitalize or shoot for virality because it's kind of just like gambling. You know, you throw enough money at blackjack or
you might win some.
You might win.
You're going to lose most.
Could lose. Or worst case scenario for me is that you go chasing fame.
That doesn't equal dollars.
Yeah, and you spend a lot of your time, resources, and mental health on that. So let's unpack it. And first, I wanted to ask you, in this first little segment, what you think, either from your own perspective or what your take on the community, what is the allure of virality?
The allure.
What do you think the allure of it is?
It's purely vain, purely ego. I mean, it's just human nature. You want to be appreciated. You want to be respected. You want to be seen. So when you have something go viral, it's like, wow, I'm important. Yeah. But the problem is with social media nowadays, the stupidest things go viral. And what's crazy is you see a lot of people go viral on something really dumb, and all of a sudden they feel the need now to make their whole occupation about that one dumb thing. Yeah. For example, the Hawk Tuah girl is an example. Yeah. But have you seen, I'm not going to remember his name, the guy who went famous on TikTok for like his day in the life of a 9-to-5?
I just was talking to
him
about
that
this.
Guy?
Yeah.
So that guy, I forgot his name, but we've probably all seen him. He
Cub
made
or something.
He went viral for just showing off like the real raw. This is what it looks like for the average American working a 9-to-5, and he made
so boring,
ASMR type videos,
relatable to that.
But
world.
Relatable,
yeah.
And he started going viral over and over and over again to the point where he left everything, and that became his whole occupation. And now it's really backfired. Something about like going on TikTok Live and like begging for a Samsung, the newest Samsung phone.
Yeah, just begging for money.
And people just started turning on him like,
you're TikTok actually Live is the 2025 version of begging.
It is. It really is. But people just started turning on him, realizing like, hey, you actually have a lot of money. You've built a studio just to like pretend to be a 9-to-5, and it's all because you went viral. And he's like, I'm going to capitalize on this.
Yeah, he lost what made him viral. He lost the target audience.
Yeah,
he lost what people thought could relate to him about.
Yeah.
You know?
And I mean, I've in the wedding filmmaking space, not to name any names, but I've seen lots of wedding things go viral, and then those filmmakers keep posting that wedding after wedding after wedding, and they never post real films, but they amass huge amounts of followers. Yeah. But anyone who watches their work will probably just say, "Oh, you know, they know how to capture this one thing."
Yeah.
And when you put aside capturing the actual moments of a wedding day purely for the sake of getting those viral moments, I think it's a very selfish thing.
Yeah.
And you're just not servicing the client at that point.
Yeah, it's a total dopamine hit.
It is.
Just to feel like people love you. We had a clip go viral right when we made one of our vows. We filmed for Carlo and Sarah, these very famous TikTokers. Great people, and our video is still their pinned post, and every day we get thousands of likes.
It's as if we posted it yesterday.
Yeah, thousands of likes, and it's just like, and
never got a booking from it.
Not really.
No,
you know,
we got followers.
Got some followers from it, but I think like you look at like the films that went viral that led to money and sales were not done out of the intent to go viral.
Not at all.
So another example was my talk with Tyler at Sampray when I told him this is the first look, just enjoy it.
Yeah.
We posted that knowing it was a good clip. Like that's good clip.
Good
It's a little behind the scenes. People will like that. It went viral. And I didn't think it would go that viral, but I knew I was posting it for hoping engagement.
Yeah.
Nothing came from it. Right. We've had some brides like find it and say that was really reassuring
Yeah.
that I wanted to book you guys. But the clip that went viral that led to money was Dallin and Morgan.
Dallin and Morgan, yeah.
And we didn't post that thinking it would go viral. I had no intention.
No, it's just good work.
It was good work. And I think also in nowadays when we're seeing so much trends and copying, I hate when people are trying to just do a trend that is viral.
Kills me, man.
Because then like I don't
Kills
learn
me.
anything new about, and this is why I think that corporate TikTok kills trends.
Yeah.
Because once the corporate TikTok starts doing like their social media
See,
team,
like Home Depot or Walmart.
yeah, it starts doing these trends, it kills it because all of a sudden it's like, I'm not learning anything about your brand. You're doing it because you're trying to be viral. Whereas you're not like a trendsetter, and now you just kind of feel like you're part of the noise and part of the crowd. And I think people are waking up to the idea that everyone's trying to be each other online. The ones who stand out are the ones who are just putting their best work out there.
I agree.
I
agree. Yeah, we've talked about this before, and my thing is trending audio, and just I guess trends in general, but trending audio specifically for me, I view it as something that actually just kills creativity because you see someone use this audio and how it's used. You don't think outside the box. You just see, oh, this Golden Hour song by Jake. I'm gonna wait for the "Till See You Shine." I'm gonna wait for the beat, show off something like really cool. Like you don't think outside the box, and so that's what I really don't like about that. But every single person that I really, really look up to and respect in any creative space, they create the trends. They have original music, whether it's from MusicBed or Spotify or whatever. Perfect example is this past week we were talking about Sam Colder's Osmo video, and he's not doing he's not doing Instagram or TikTok trends. He's not using trending audio. He just does really good work, and that's what makes people copy, and that's why he's so popular and he's so freaking good. That's the other thing.
I think also I want to clarify there's a difference between maybe jumping on a trend because you want the engagement of the trend versus like you're trying to go viral. That's probably a really bad way to say it. But like an example is one of our pinned posts is the Ordinary song because for like a month that was like the only song on Instagram.
Yeah.
And not only that, but like it was a song everyone loved watching. Like everyone's edits were super cool. It was really beautiful. Like it wasn't something I feel like was, since it was so popular, anyone cared about. Yeah. So we made a gorgeous edit to Mackenzie and Spencer, and it did really well and she showcased beautifully. But I was like, I'm not gonna do that again because we did it once, And so, and maybe we fell into the trap of trying to kind of fit in with the noise, like I just said. So maybe I'm already a hypocrite there, but I think there was like a difference between like using like a popular audio to, because planners and brides and your people like want like, hey, this is trending, like I want like a video like this, and it's like okay, but like versus you trying to actively be a viral case every single time.
Yeah.
Maybe there's not a difference. Maybe I'm trying to separate things that are the same.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about the hidden downsides of going viral, which could be attracting the wrong client, increased inquiries, but decreased conversion rates, which we saw from Dallin and Morgan. We had probably within 2 weeks, 90 inquiries. A couple of those booked.
Turned down like 87.
Yeah, so a couple of those booked, and I'm glad we booked those couple because they're amazing people and gorgeous and obsessed with all of them. But the amount of work we had to put in, it just time setting proposals and negotiating and just like taking our time out of our business. Like the more inquiries we got, it kind of devalued our product more than I thought it would.
Right.
Because now we have to kind of dilute ourselves across multiple people, whereas our usual approach with our film house is to really give attention to the few, and not service the many. So I think there's always that, like in that aspect of the fear of going viral is, are you really ready for it? Like, do you really want it?
Yeah.
Have you seen that pizza place that Dave Portnoy?
He
has his
reviewed
pizza
them,
reviews.
and they went to, or they didn't want him to review it, right?
Yeah,
because
and they just
handle
asked him like, hey man, we don't want publicity.
Yeah.
We love servicing the neighborhood.
We like where we're at.
We
Some
like
New
where
York
we're at.
City,
Yeah, we don't want the long waits. We don't want to franchise. We don't want business. But I think like there's power in that. Like I'll give a kind of a more real example is our calendar year is already filling up for next year. And there's kind of some fear behind that for us.
Yeah.
We've already booked some October weddings for next year and a couple June weddings. And we're looking at our year and this year and a lot of our bookings are very last minute.
Very surprisingly, like within 6 weeks.
Yeah. And so we're I'm at this point where, and I'm very excited for our weddings we have next year. Like the brides, the planners are amazing already. So blessed. But I'm saying, like, you start to have this fear once you start becoming, maybe when you start to kind of trend in popularity, where you're like, oh no, am I selling my dates too soon? You know,
Right.
am I too popular? Because there's power between, like, I think about some of these luxury videographers we love who are under the radar, and I think they're under the radar very intentionally because they want their planners to know they're available for them. They don't want to be, you know, the most followed person. They want to have their calendar open for the 5 people who make them their money. And you don't want to come to your favorite planner and say, oh, I booked your date like a year and a half ago because some bride on TikTok saw my clip, you know? So there's that to worry about.
Yeah, 100%. And going back to, we've talked about this before, but people are booking you for their 2026 wedding in 2025 to be able to secure your 2025 pricing. So there's this whole mess of, well, next October, we might be charging more because we are planning on bringing on more people, or we're going to do X amount more for every package. So our prices might be $3,000 more starting.
So it's just like, you just don't, like, you sound so weird to say it, but you kind of start to get stressed out when your calendar is booking up. You're like, well, what if our people, which we had already this year, our planner loved us and wanted to book us right away again, and we were busy.
It's like, shoot.
Because there's a wedding we had booked a year in advance.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, ooh, you don't think about that.
Yeah. Yeah. So there are some cons to going viral. It's weird to say that, but they're definitely sometimes more cons than pros. I think your example of the pizza shop with Dave Portnoy is a good example. You dilute your product sometimes if you're not ready for the mass influx.
I think one bride on TikTok, I think she inquired with, like, Jose Villa or Greg Fink or one of these, like, top dog photographers, just because she probably saw her favorite celebrity, got photographed by them, and she inquired and got a quote back for 40 or 60 grand, you know? Yeah. And she made this video about it, like, these photographers are out of their mind charging, and you're just like you're inquiring with the world's best.
Right.
And so then all of a sudden she's going viral for the wrong reasons with a bunch of ignorant people who have no idea how this world works, who are giving their 2 cents about how they pay $500 for a photographer and they're happy. And it's just like, well,
you don't get the mass population isn't going to appreciate. And that actually reminds me of a conversation we had with Elizabeth from Novo Romantics.
Is that how you say it?
I think it's Novo. Nova. I don't know.
Nabu.
She posted a story recently about a conversation she had with another wedding vendor, talking about just being transparent in your pricing. And because a lot of people are like, do I put my pricing on my website? Do I not? And she was just saying, you need to be, because here's why. The higher up you go, right, the more aspirational you are, which most of us are pretty aspirational. We want to get to these good, really solid markets where we're getting paid a lot of money. You don't know it, but there are Reddit threads. There are TikTok videos. There are these public communities online talking about how much previous people paid for your pricing. I'm looking to book runaway vows. I'm looking for anyone who's actually had positive experiences with them.
Oh my God.
Someone goes on Reddit from 2022. Oh, they're great. We paid only like $8,000. And this bride who's looking to book us is like, great, $2,000. And then we send off like a $20,000 one.
Right.
And they're like, whoa.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, that's TikTok ammunition for them to just go off the rails based off misinformation.
Yeah.
Because we weren't prepared.
Yeah.
But I think personally that if you are relying on going viral for booking weddings, that's the wrong way to do it. If you have your brand vision dialed in, you are targeting a very niche set of people, and you only care what they think. Yeah. We could get 500 views on a video, but if 490 of those are really just high-end planners, that's all we care about.
Yeah, I'm a lot more interested in the legacy of it all than, this phrase keeps coming to mind. I heard it somewhere, but legacy over likes. And virality pays in likes, legacy pays in bookings. So a quick story. I think it's a really cool story. We just booked a wedding at the St. Regis in Deer Valley for next year. And this bride inquired, and she wanted to hop on a call. So we hop on a call, and she was like, I just want to tell you this story about how I found you guys and why I want you guys. She's like, I got engaged. She's from New York. She got engaged, and they have a house out in Park City. They want to come visit venues for their wedding next October.
Nice.
Or September.
Busy season.
Next fall.
Yeah.
She got married, engaged in like June this year. So ways out. So she decides to go out to make a family visit to Park City to look at venues. So she was touring St. Regis, Blue Sky, all the classics, right?
Right.
Doing site visits, and she wanted to house about 275 people.
Yeah.
She said that was the amount because all of her family is from LA and New York coming to here. So it was a lot of people. All these venues, Blue Sky, like you can't do that many people. You got to cut it down to like 200, you know, less, whatever. Walking by, and then some guy stops her because they're taking a picture in front of the tent, just for reference. And this guy says like, "Oh, you getting married here?" She's like, "Yeah, we're just kind of touring it. We're thinking about it." And this guy says, "Oh, my daughter's getting married here this weekend. This is all for us." And so they start chatting. She's like, "Oh, how many people are at your wedding?" He's like, "Oh, 275." She's like, "Wow." And she's like, the exact number that they had. She's like, "No way." And like, "Oh yeah, this," and like, "Oh, we got the best photographer, the best videographer, like just the best team, like in this venue." And he's like vouched in front of the St. Regis sales rep for St. Regis, just totally put a word of mouth referral in. So this bride's like, "Oh, it's amazing." So she follows St. Regis on Instagram, follows a photographer on Instagram. The next day, our edit drops. That was our wedding. We were there. Our edit drops. This bride sees it. It's our same day edit for the St. Regis, and with 275 people, and she saw what her wedding would look like with that many people crammed into a tent and partying on the lawn. And she instantly just said, "That's my team."
That's it.
So she booked the photographer. The photographer said, "You have to use these guys." And she's like, "Well, that's who I want." So she inquired with us, and she locked us in right away. And it was one of those calls where by the end of the call, and we got to know each other by the end of the call, she wanted the contract right then. She's like, "No, just
send it. I'll pay it.
I want this taken care of. I want you guys so bad, like whatever it is." And so once again, the same day edit just made us so much money.
Yeah.
And how exhausted we were the morning we made that, but like, wow, the payoff.
Which is
a bride
crazy.
who just happens to be in town doing a site visit, was touring all these venues and shopping around with all these photographers and videographers, saw the one video that was exactly what she needed to see.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
And that video didn't go viral,
No.
but it
Very
hit the
popular.
right person at
Yeah.
the right time, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it still did well. Like, it still
Did really
still
good.
did
Yeah,
really well.
did really
But by no means was it viral. We've had many other videos
Yeah.
go a lot more viral, which didn't lead to any results.
Yeah.
It's not about going viral. It's about targeting the right people,
Yeah.
the right niche. That's all you
Yeah.
care about.
And that's why I think like the chase for virality is just not healthy.
It's not.
I think
It's a waste of time.
yeah. I think an analogy I tie it in. It's like those billboards in the middle of a desert.
Yeah.
A lot of eyes,
Yeah.
but like just aimless. If I want to go viral, it's because I want to get this result. You know. I think just hoping to go viral is just such a waste of mental space. And anyway.
Yeah. A personal story for me is a couple years ago, I was just going under this kind of like crazy health stuff, and I wasn't on TikTok at the time. And I went through this phase of like 60 days where I was only eating just like it was the AIP diet, just like freaking steak, chicken, organic, everything, like cutting out tomato, really, really strict diet. And so during this time, I'm like, wow, I'm going to hit the gym hard. I'm going to get shredded in like 60 days. And I'm not on TikTok. I'm just going to like film what I do every day, and I'm just going to start posting them. During that time, I was doing a lot of kettlebell videos. I did a lot of kettlebell exercises. And so I started filming my kettlebell exercises and posting them on TikTok. And they started going like wildly viral, like really viral. And I all of a sudden started getting demands from people to post more kettlebell stuff. And I'm like, I'm not a kettlebell. I like them, but I don't want to do this. People are all of a sudden asking for courses and like lessons and an app and like, how do you do this? And I didn't have the time, and I didn't want to have the time. because I just wasn't prepared for it, and it was stupid to me. It was a road that led nowhere. But yeah, there were days where I was like, do I leave everything and just become a kettlebell instructor on TikTok?
Making 20 grand a month selling TikTok shop affiliate stuff. Just like,
I should be. Now that I think about it, I totally should be. But it was just
idiot.
but it was just like one of those things where it's like, I don't want to be known for that.
Yeah.
Like, sure, fitness, great, but I don't want to be known for this one thing. Parker did it beautifully. No. And I think he did it intentionally. Like he's very intentional. Like he wanted to go viral, but he had a brand to sustain it. It led somewhere. Mm-hmm. A lot of people are trying to go viral without a brand or something to sell behind it. They just want views. It's like
there's these two podcast idiots, these filmmaker guys I just can't stand, but they only post these crazy triggering hot takes just to get people to rile up in the comments. Yeah. And they're just like these like filmmakers who like know nothing about weddings, but they think they do, and they have the stupidest takes I've ever heard. I don't even know their names, but it just goes nowhere. Like people just argue in the comments and they just love it. So my last thing I want to talk about, though, since we've been beating this to death, is when going viral does work, and the pros of that, which we've kind of touched on, because it's not all bad.
Right. No.
Virality can be an amazing thing. Usually, it can lead to some pretty cool things. And so I think for me, it's like when I wrote this down, that when a niche. Sorry, I wrote that down wrong. Basically, when a viral post aligns with the brand positioning. Right. So when your virality aligns with your brand. Yeah. And it helps build your brand, versus like going viral for like maybe like a moment that like was a very specific wedding or a niche or something that's like that's not usually our clientele, but like there was a funny moment that went viral. Yeah. That could honestly hurt you more than help you, because people can kind of start expecting that. Yeah. Or brides might think like if you go viral often, they might want to be the viral bride, and then they don't, and then all of a sudden bad review because they felt like you didn't put your best foot forward because they didn't go viral.
Which reminds me, there is nothing worse than when a bride throws her wedding trying to go viral. They incorporate every single trend just to go viral.
That's the thing. I think have the awareness. This is a separate rant. Have the awareness as a bride and groom to know if you're the type of couple that can pull off a trend.
Yeah,
like sometimes you just can't.
Like for example, there was a wedding I filmed like last year. I was second shooting with one of our buddies. Maybe it was like 2 years ago. The bride wanted the NFL walk-up. Yeah. It's like, great, but like very serious about getting the guys and the girls both walking up. She wants that as a slowed down moment, TikTok edit. Also, they did the groom, the best man dressing in the dress to surprise the groom for the first look.
A classic,
but they did that as well. And then they did remember the moment that was going viral, like the Pablo Escobar moment where the whole bridal party's wearing glasses?
So sick. Yeah.
They did that as well. And I'm like, each moment is cool as a standalone thing.
Oh, it only works as a clip.
Right.
It doesn't work in a film. Yeah.
Right. Dumb. No, I think it is a good point. Going viral is not a bad thing by any means. No. But as we've said before, you should be prepared to handle virality if that's what you're going for.
Yeah, capitalize on it.
Yeah, capitalize on it. And when we went viral with Down and Morgan, 90 inquiries came, 87 were sent back saying, sorry, we're out of your, or just ghosted us.
Yeah, agreed.
But we got a couple out of it.
Some good ones. So you guys, I think my final thoughts are what we've already said. Not to beat a dead horse, but I think I'm a believer in the pursuit of legacy, but I think it's because it's the pursuit of having a legacy brand and servicing originality more than we're trying to become just another one, another videographer who, he fits in. Which we've had some moments where we try to be just fit in to make it look like, like this planner uses 3 guys, let's be like them. And it's like, well, why? For what? Because when you kind of sit down and you think like, if I'm trying to be like everyone else, then I have to price myself like everyone else, and I have to have the same business model everyone else. We're not these trailblazers all the time, but we're trying to be. And so I think longevity-wise, like if you really want to be a videographer who isn't just more of the noise and you want to be a brand that can charge a premium price and to break out of maybe the market you're not happy with, you want to be into that next tier, you have to show why you're worth it.
Yeah.
And it's not just how you dress and how you act and how your films look and what cameras you use. It's also like the intentionality behind your marketing and your branding. And if you're just there doing stupid TikTok trends, and
you're going to lose.
There are some great TikTok trends.
There are, but they come and go.
They come and go.
They last for a week.
So, yeah, if you have any questions or discussion items, let me know in the comments below.
That's all I got too.
All right. Love you. Bye.
Catch you in the next one.